My dad tried to pull me home, so I used my stepmom to stop him. When I was 10, my father sent me away to boarding school. He said it was for better opportunities. But I'd already overheard the truth through their bedroom wall. My stepmom was pregnant, and she didn't want me there. "He's a bad influence," she'd whispered. "We need to think about what's best for our family." I remember lying in bed that night, realizing family no longer included me. My mom had died when I was a baby. My dad remarried, started over, and I became the leftover reminder of another life. So, off I went, a scared 10-year-old with one suitcase and a polite smile, trying not to cry on the long drive to campus. At first, I hated it, but something unexpected happened. I found people who actually liked me, teachers who asked about my interests, friends who wanted me around. By 13, boarding school was home. By 15, I'd stopped pretending to be sad when holidays came. Thanksgiving, Christmas, spring break, I'd stay with friends' families instead. My dad never protested. He just signed the permission forms and transferred money when needed. Then, this summer, everything shifted. Over breakfast, he actually sat down at the table, something he never did. "I've been thinking," he said, in that calm, managerial tone of his. "You've grown so distant from the family. I want to keep you home for your last 2 years of high school. I've already looked into private schools nearby." I froze. My fork hovered midair. He said it like it was a reward, as if dragging me away from the one place I'd ever belonged was some generous gesture. "Dad," I said carefully, "my school is my home. My friends, my teachers," he interrupted. "That's exactly the problem. You're too attached to them and not enough to your family." Something inside me snapped. "You're the reason I'm not attached to this family," I shouted. "You sent me away because your wife didn't want me around." He went silent, then stood abruptly. "You're proving my point," he said, walking out. "You're ungrateful and disrespectful. You need structure." That night, I sat in my room feeling the same helplessness I'd felt at 10, powerless and disposable. Then I realized something. I wasn't powerless anymore. I knew my father's household had one weak point, my stepmom. She had gotten what she wanted when I was sent away. The last thing she'd ever want was me living there full time. The next morning, I found her in the kitchen sipping coffee. "I need to talk to you," I said quietly. "Dad wants to pull me from boarding school. He's already decided. Says I should live here again for my last 2 years. Her mug froze halfway to her lips. "He wants to what?" "Yeah, he thinks I should reconnect with family." I didn't have to say anything more. Her face went through several shades of horror before she left the kitchen without another word. A few minutes later, muffled shouting came from their bedroom, her voice sharp, his defensive. I couldn't make out much, but I definitely caught. "You can't just drop that on me. We agreed years ago." Then silence. 20 minutes later, my phone buzzed. It was my dad. His voice was clipped and icy. "It's clear you've made up your mind," he said. "You don't want to be part of this family. So fine. I'll send you back to your precious school." Click. I sat there for a second, staring at my reflection in the black screen. Relief washed over me, mixed with something darkly satisfying. He thought he'd punished me, but he'd just confirmed what I'd known for years. His version of family was a performance he couldn't even sustain under pressure. Back at school, surrounded by people who actually cared, I finally understood something. Blood doesn't make family. Consistency, kindness, and choice do. My dad thinks I'll see the wisdom in his decisions someday. Maybe he's right, but the wisdom I see is this: the best thing he ever did for me was send me away.